everyone, my name's Joel Kleber. I'm here with Jim Penman and we're welcome to another episode of Hashtag AskJIM, which is episode number 5, which is our last one for the year. And then we're going for a 2-week break and we'll be back on, I think, January 8th. Because the next 2 Wednesdays are actually Christmas Day and New Year's Day. Yeah, so what we've actually got planned is Jake's got like the 40 best moments of AskJIM from the year. He's done like a 20 clip sort of shows. So one of them will go on the Wednesday and one of them go on the other Wednesday, which will be the best 20 moments from AskJIM. If you're familiar with those hit shows where they do like the best 20 clips from the decade or whatever, we thought we'd have a bit of fun with it and do it for AskJIM. So I'm sure there'll be some funny stuff. There'll be a lot of jokes, and I reckon there's one of you with your German accents in there, which is worth tuning in. So you'll be able to watch those videos over the next couple of weeks. And as always, thanks to everyone who's tuned in during the year. It's been great. We've got some stats in it which we're going to show you. But also massive thanks to Jake behind the camera and Linton and Stephanie as well last week with the live audience for Jake holding down the fort while I was away. Now, Jake done some stats during the week, so we're going to show these to Jim now. There's some stats on the screen. So since AskJIM has started, it's had around 146,000 views. There's been around 30,696 hours of watch time by people, which is around 221,696 minutes in total watch. And there's also been around 11,619 comments, likes and shares, which is really, really, really good.
I have no idea whether that's good or not.
It's good.
I don't know what point of comparison to make.
There is no real point of comparison, but it just means that basically...
I don't even use social media. My wife's trying to get me onto it, but this is all mystery to me.
That's true. But what it basically means is people are watching, which has been great. We've had around an average of 63 live viewers per show, which is awesome. Imagine a lecture theatre, average time on Facebook, which is awesome as well. We do appreciate all the comments and questions, and make sure leave all your comments and questions in there tonight for AskJIM, because we've got a nice cob loaf hat as well, which is a special prize for people who are watching on Instagram before as well to come and try and win. So make sure you interact as well. So thanks for those stats, Jake. Just letting you a few things that are happening. So we've got new franchisee-only specific content coming out. So you remember that Dan Cahill who come in, the franchisee, he done around $300,000 in his first year as a 25-year-old. So we film specific business content with Dan about quoting, all that sort of stuff. How can you scale your business? Because we've got a few requests from people about that. So that's going to be available at the end of the week, and we're going to make it as an unlisted video for our franchisees to view that, which would be awesome. We've also got the podcast as well. So search the Jim's Cast or search Jim's Group in iTunes, YouTube or Spotify. You have video versions of that as well. If there's any topics or questions you want us to know, please leave us a comment or question, and Jim will do a podcast on it. We've done one based on the education system, which was totally based on a viewer's question. As always, guys, we have the bears available for sale. So those bears are gone. I think there's around 50 gone already. I know one guy from Building Inspection's got 26 of them. So there's a few bears there still to purchase. So if you want one, please get in. We do have more shirts coming for other divisions as well in the new year. So most divisions will have a bear available for them if they do want that. And Jake just let me know before that Monopoly has been green-lit. Contract signed. So Jim's Monopoly is a goer.
When are we going to get it?
I don't know, Jake. When was it? We're just talking off camera to Jake there, but when
4 months? 4 months.
4 months is the ETA, right?
All right.
4 months, so that should be April-ish next year.
Personally, I think Monopoly is a horrible game, but the Jim's version would be fantastic.
It'll be awesome. So Jim's Monopoly, so thanks to Eugene, and we'll have to make that reference again for Eugene, who had the original idea. So
I prefer Apocalypse. I really do. If you're going to play a game, you've got to have nuclear war and invasions and conquest.
I don't think we've ever mentioned that before, but that is your favourite game because I've played it with you before. Apocalypse, right? It's an older game.
It's an older game. It's fun. It's fun.
You just take territories over and you like to nuke people and stuff.
It's got this guessing thing where you've got to guess how many armies are attacking, and then it's really fun. And then you get nuclear devastation all over Europe. It's a really good game.
Yeah, you're in a Kim Jong-un can come out in that game, right? Can't it? You're in a North Korean dictator.
Absolutely, yes. I bet you it's his favourite game too.
Yeah, it absolutely would be his favourite game. I don't think we've mentioned that, but it is your favourite game. But Jim's Monopoly has been greenlit, so thanks to Jake.
Or otherwise, diplomacy is good too. You know, a lot of invasions and backstabbing and stuff. I am extremely good at backstabbing people. I'll get a game of that sometime too.
We'll leave that there. We'll move on with that one. We'll see how we go. But thanks to Jake for following up. It's going to be April, which will be Jim's Monopoly.
Very good training if you want to become world dictator.
It is true. Definitely. Opposite
diplomacy is a very good game. If anyone wants to play diplomacy with me and you've got a really savage, brutal nature, send me an email.
All welcome. And as always, squash as well. Jim's open to paying people to squash if you're in the area.
I got cream today.
Hot days around 38 today.
But not too bad on the squash court because we've got the air conditioning on, but I wasn't playing that well.
That's it.
Killed me.
So it's great to see it's been greenlit. And tonight we're also streaming for the first time into YouTube. So we're going live into YouTube tonight, which is awesome. So we've got around 1,400 subscribers on YouTube, which is great. So if you are on that, please leave a comment on the Facebook page so we can see it in real time. But thanks for your comments and interactions. And as always, guys, this cob loaf hat is available. Jim's cob loaf make sure you leave a comment or question, because that will be the one that will go to the favourite one on that. Then we have the 3 books as always. Jim's book, Every Customer a Fan, Biohistory, and as always you can download them.
Actually, biohistory, I need people to specifically ask a good question about that kind of stuff, because I'm actually
running low, right? Yeah.
Running a bit low. I wouldn't think I would have, but
it's picking up steam now, isn't it?
It is too. We've got interest from all around the world in various ways, and we're starting some really exciting research projects in the new year. And it looks like I might have to do a reprint, new edition.
That's great.
Next year.
That's great, because as you said, you didn't know that would happen at the start, but it's just been picking up steam as it's been going, going along. So that's a great one. So maybe if you want to leave something specifically related to biohistory to get that, the other 2 definitely as well. And as always, the Cobloaf hat's available. So we need to do a few comments and questions that have been left here, which is great. Haydar Hussein's he's gone, hey gents, great effort, keep punching. So thanks for that, Haydar. Thanks for watching every week. Haydar, I reckon, has watched every single week and left a comment or a question, which is really great for someone who's as busy as him. And Haydar, for those who don't know, runs and owns the Jim's Cleaning Group, which has got around 820 plus franchisees, and he's a great man as well. So there's a few interviews with Haydar on YouTube, which you should watch. Sal's John is also tuning in. Hey guys, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sal's watched every episode as well. I think he's the guy who wants to come down with his wife for dinner with Jim, which Jim said he would do, Sal. And he's a non-Jim's person, but he's watched every single one of these.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate yourself. First, thanks for that. Then Caleb's gone from Instagram.
Actually, if somebody wants to come down, we haven't got a formal process, but if anybody would like to come down during training week.
Yes, training week's the key, guys. So training week, yeah.
Yeah, just come down. You pay $25 or whatever the meal's worth for dinner, and just make yourself around. I always wander around the room, especially about Monday night.
Yeah.
And just say hello.
I think people don't think you're accessible. You're pretty accessible, especially in the training week,
Wednesday
right?
night's another good night too. Yeah, I'm happy to chat to you if you want to come and have a talk.
Yeah, you don't need to go too formal. Training week's every 3 to 4 weeks. If you want to come and do the training yourself,
Wednesday's good too, because you come down on Wednesday, you can be on Facebook Live.
That's true, actually. Yes, we do a
live
live
audience, which is really good.
That's very true. So Caleb's gone here. Hello from Instagram. G'day, Caleb. Always tuned in. Jim's memeing as well. G'day, Jim and Joel. At work at the moment, so watching. That's good. You're watching from work, Jim's memeing. Don't get in trouble. We can take the blame for you, maybe. All right, so we've got a few more comments and questions coming here. We'll just get to them real quickly. G'day, Sharon. Sharon Connell's also gone, hi, Jim and Joel. So thanks to Sharon for tuning in every week as well. I know Sharon's very busy. And Sharon, who does, for people who don't know, owns the Jim's Dog Wash division. And who's grown it from 30 to like 100.
No.
How many years?
She had about 65.
65.
It's now about 120. But she's a legend, Sharon. So
she's done very well with it. Come on, you got to put a big exaggeration sometimes. It's all right. But she's done very well. So thanks for always commenting and watching, Sharon. Her guys always really support us as well. Okay, so Zane here's going, hey, I want to know if we can win Big Jim in the back. So someone wants to know if they can win the Big Jim in the back. I don't know how much the postage would be on that one. You probably have to come down and pick it up. But they're a bit of a rare ornament, those things, aren't there? There's 2 of them. One in the training up in the corner, and then there's that one down here.
Yeah, I think the cost of those things would be very considerable. I don't know if we give them away as a prize. We might...
I know Jake looked into mini ones like that, but they were pretty expensive to get them done. Yeah. Like the little Jim Garden gnome sort of things.
Yeah, but the bear's probably a more practical gift.
Yeah, the bear would be the way to go.
I think a Jim's gnome would be good, actually. I reckon if you could get those done, map's not full size, but get one done about, like that size.
Yeah, Jake's looked into it. I think the cost, how much does it cost, Jake, if you can get out? $7,000?
It was $7,000 for, I can't remember how many.
Around 7K, so Jake behind it produced
how many,
the camera.
What, like 100 of them?
I think it was 300 units.
300 units, around 7K was the cost price.
I don't think there'd be enough of a demand.
See.
That'd be like 300 divided by, 7,000 divided by 3, that's about $21 each. That's our cost.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit much. I don't think there'd be the demand.
Yeah, look, we always get requests for merch, but the problem is the run size. You've got to do a big run of them to order them. It's not like a one-off sort of individual. If we could do a one-off thing, that'd be great.
What's that thing made of, anyway?
It's like I don't know, it's a real hard sort of plasticky type of thing, I don't know. It was a pretty unique beast. Would have been a custom sort of mould thing back in the day, I reckon. Yeah. We'll get to some questions and comments here. So, all right, Darcy Cone Varal's gone, hey Jim and Joel, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thanks for that, Darcy. Keep cool. Darcy. What's your favourite Christmas carol, Jim and Joel? I don't know, what's your favourite Christmas carol, Jim? Do you sing many or do you do many? Or
actually, there's an Australian one. It's something like the north wind is tossing the leaves, the red dust is over the town. Something and the grass in the paddocks is brown as we lift up our voices and sing to the Christ child, the heavenly King.
Right.
I love that song. Hardly heard it. It's not hasn't got any snow and stuff like that, but that's pretty appropriate for Australia. It's a good song.
So is that like an Australian one you've heard of, is it? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's because our Christmas is so different. We celebrate jingle bells and the snow and holly and ivy and roaring fires and stuff. Well, Christmas
No,
here
not
is hot and dry and dusty. I mean, that's Australia for you. That's what Christmas. I'm sure that's what the original Christmas was like.
Very true, very true.
Yes.
I'm real basic days. Darcy like jingle bells, mate. I'll keep it that one.
Actually, as somebody once said, if shepherds were watching their flocks by night in Palestine, you know it wasn't the middle of winter. So I like to think we've got Christmas right. They all celebrate it wrong up in the northern hemisphere. I think it's cold. Really, it's beautiful and warm.
Very, very true.
Australian Christmas. That's what Jesus would have enjoyed.
There we go. That's a good angle on it. So Sal John's got in. Have you ever played the Generals game? If not, I reckon you would love it. Have you ever played a game called Generals?
No, I haven't.
Sounds like it'd be something up your alley.
But if
though.
it's got invasion and conquest and stuff, it would be up my alley.
Anything with
Yeah,
dictatorship
look,
taking over?
just, I'm in for a game.
That's it. Bring it down, Sal, if you come down for that.
I love politics. I love intrigue and violence and invasion and I'm still giving up my dream of being world dictator. So
You did that, Jim, with your friend in school, didn't you?
yeah.
What's he doing now? Let's say, what's he just out of interest? Do you know what he's doing now?
Well, he was a school principal and then he became something.
So he's a dictator in his own little sort of right. In that
and then something in the education department. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sort of at some level he's achieved it if he's in
So
it.
not quite world dictator, but on the way.
So we've got a few more questions here in comments, which is great. So keep leaving your comments and questions. We've got 50 people watching at the moment, so thank you for watching. It's a very hot evening here in Melbourne. So Graham Moore's gone here. Hi, Jim and Joel. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you both from Jim's Dog Washing Taree. So hi, Graham. Thank you for leaving a comment as well. Graham watches all the time here. Josh as well. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you, Jim and Joel. So Josh, who's a cleaning franchise, always tunes in as well. I think Josh sent pizzas to the office. I think it was Josh.
Josh from Tasmania.
Yeah, I think the pizzas from Josh today.
I
So
wonder
thanks
who
for
was
that.
trying to make all my stuff fat.
So thanks for that,
you,
Josh.
Josh is actually Josh and it's a woman. So
Yes, Josh.
I got that confused. I talk about who because Josh does not sound female, but Josh, she's a girl.
Yeah, and sponsors a Filipino basketball team and I think Nepalese team as well. With Jim's cleaning down in Tassie as well, so he does a lot for the community. Okay, so Richard Long here's gone. My daughter, Jasmine, wants to ask you what snow is made out of? Question mark. My daughter Jasmine wants to ask you what snow is made out of.
What snow is made of? Snow is basically tiny crystals of ice, which freeze in the air. So you get miniature droplets of water that freeze up in the clouds and they drop and they're very, very small and light and they've got intricate shapes. It's basically tiny bits of ice.
Okay, there we go. That's a great question. We haven't had it on Jasmine, so thanks for asking that. And Richard's left that one for her as well.
The scientist didn't work in there. My son Aaron, we have this homework book we go through, and we're doing 2 pages every day. It's his homework, and it's all about. He's interested in metals and things like that, and computers, and it's quite good.
That's good. There we go. That's a great question. We haven't had that one before.
Good question.
Then Darcy Comvaral's gone. What would the big Jim made off? There, Jim just asked that fiberglass. Might be fiberglass, Darcy. We have no idea. It is hollow in the middle, but pretty thick on the outside. So, guys, leave a question or comment tonight. It's a really good one. We're getting through a lot of them. Now we're going to get through the ones left on the other pages here as well. So we need a few shout-outs here. Heather Campbell's gone. I would love a Jim's Monopoly. Is Mr. Burns a character piece?
No.
I don't know if for copyright we can do that.
No, we can't. It's all gyms. You know, you get like the red is instead of Trafalgar Square and stuff. The red is the dog wash division. So you land on dog washing, dog grooming, or tail clipping, something like that.
We could get away with it. What about one of you right now, though, in a suit? We could get away with it, I reckon, maybe.
Me in a suit?
Yeah, as a little thing.
You've got to be joking. Me in a suit is
You might be able to pass it off.
that is vile. You know, one of my ambitions when I left school was to make some money without ever wearing a suit, and I pretty well managed it.
There you go.
Haven't made a lot of money yet, but still, I haven't had to wear a suit.
Yeah, rarely you'll see a picture of Jim in a suit, so
There is one that they took.
They always use that one?
Coat, and they use that stupid picture. It's so untypical.
they do.
I hate suits.
Yeah.
Had to wear them at school. Hate them.
So if you do run an article on Jim, don't use that picture of him in a suit. Stacey Burgess has gone, is there going to be a Jim's dog wash figure to play in the Monopoly?
Yes, we'll be a dog.
There'll be a dog, yep.
We'll do a dog. We'll do a broom or something for cleaning. We'll try and have the figures for as many different divisions as possible.
Yeah, exactly right. We'll try and have as many divisions on there in some way or form, either for a community chest card or the figurine or whatever it is. There'll be
Well,
a main
there's
place.
actually the 8 biggest divisions have got like properties like red or yellow or green, and then you've got 6 others which are the utilities and the stations. So we sort of mentioned our 14 biggest divisions.
But the cards also, you can put them in the cards. So community
I
chest
don't
cards and
think
that.
the cards mention any different divisions. They're
Right.
things like you've let down a client, you go directly to jail, do not pass, go, do not. Actually, we wanted to have breach, but they won't let us.
Yeah, they won't let
Instead
you
of-
change the ones on
They
the
won't let you change
yeah.
the corner, so it has to be go instead of payday, and it has to be jail instead of breach. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose being breached in gyms is worse than going to jail anyway. It's the equivalent, isn't it? Really.
That's very, very true.
So-
You just
so-
put a bit of masking tape on and just write breach on it, put it on there if you
Yeah.
play it. Be alright. Okay, so we've gone here. So Kimmy Gavick's gone, hey, Kim here from Jim's Dog Washing NZ. So Kim tunes in every week as well. And Sharon's like, hey, Kim, I don't think you missed a week yet. So I think that we've had people who tune in every week, which is awesome. We really do appreciate it. Leaving a comment and question. And Heather is from Jim's Dog Wash up in Central Coast, the lovely Central Coast from Heather there. Stacey Burgess, hi, Jim and Joel from Jim's Dog Wash in North Brisbane. David Rumph, hi, Jim and Joel from Jim's Dog Wash, Western New South Wales, Northern New South Wales, and Southern Queensland.
Dog wash today,
A lot of dog wash people, they support us really well, so I love it.
Yeah, they're a very noisy bunch too. Whenever dog washers are
They're
around,
great in
always, always red vests and always, like in the conference centre.
They set the standard.
A big noisy lot of dog wash people always sitting around.
They set the standard. They set the standard in training. You know who dog wash the group are. It's all in
Yeah, I
red.
know. They cheer the dog wash people coming through. So whenever you hear a huge racket when a name is,
Yeah.
it's dog wash person.
No, it's really good. It's a great support network they have here.
Bunch of rabble rousers, you ask me.
Rabble rousers.
Sharon is the worst. If you're watching Sharon, it's you. I'm talking about you.
So Joel Ryan's going here. Hi guys, great viewing. I'm a franchisee in Mowing, Canberra. Merry Christmas. Stay safe with the hot weather
Mowing is
forecast
good.
tomorrow.
Mowing is good. Let's show some green. Thank you.
They do have a lot of green in there, but the green guys just pretty chill. They're pretty relaxed. They sit there, a bit of blokey blokes, don't say much of anything.
I reckon green is good. Yesterday I went up to my farm and I didn't want to mow the lawn, so I was sick of mowing. So I used a scythe to cut the grass. It was fun. The grass was about that tall. I hadn't done it for a while.
Yeah.
And I used a scythe to cut it. It was really quite entertaining.
There we go.
That's how they used to do it before lawnmowers. They used to use scythes.
Just use scythes.
That's right.
Like what the whole, like this little side of the field.
Like a real farm.
Yeah.
Like that. And you cut it. It's
Yeah.
quite energetic. Very good exercise.
I can imagine it would be. That's
That's
some
right.
nice big shoulders out of that one. So Jake Anderson's gone here. Merry Christmas. So thanks for that, Jake. And there's a nice question here. When you purchase a territory, why do you still need to pay for leads inside your own territory? Question mark.
Well, it's just a matter of how you charge. I mean, you got to pay ongoing fees somehow, and instead of paying just a flat rate fee, which is what they normally do, you pay a flat rate fee plus a lead fee. And the reason we charge a lead fee is because it's an incentive to follow up the lead. We find that when we charge a lead fee, people are far more likely to follow up the job and get it than if we don't charge one. And that's just from surveying clients.
Yes,
that's the reason we do it.
So that's the reason for Jake. It's because you want to make sure they follow up. So
We
always have that
actually
incentive.
found in one early study, we found that by putting a lead fee on, instead of a base fee, charged a base fee plus a lead fee, so it's paid back the same, but these guys are picking up 50% more actual jobs from the same number of leads as these guys were, just by putting a lead fee on. So whether it's in territory or not doesn't make any difference. We don't want you to take the lead unless you really want it and really want to follow it up. And if you don't really want it and you can't be bothered following it up, well, for heaven's sake, let the next person have it.
Yeah. But thanks for writing that comment there. If that was Jake on that one, just know coming through disjointed. Justine Brown's gone here. What wash do you use in the hydro bath? Question mark. Probably one for the dog wash. Family to jump on and leave that one in as a question if you can. Justine Brown, what wash do you use in the hydro bath?
Somebody let us know.
Someone from Dog Wash have to jump on, but we had a video last week of Apollo getting a wash from I think it was Kate in Dog Wash, who's done a great job.
Yeah, he looks very.
A lot more cooler now.
But he bit my niece this afternoon.
Bit your niece.
He bit her.
Yeah.
He bit it on her finger. I had to wash.
Is she right?
I had to spray it with Dettol. She was making a lot of fuss.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But not surprised. She's only about 8 or something,
Yeah.
6. But I had to wash it with Dettol and then put Band-Aids on. Not exactly huge wounds, but I
Which makes it amazing what Kate does, because Kate keeps him there silent. I think it lasted around an hour before he started then having to get the muzzle on, but she managed to now with him, just sitting there being a good boy. But also helped having, I think, the kids there.
I mean, he's only about that big. He's not much bigger than that bear, but,
No.
but you can certainly bite. He's bitten me in the past.
Does fire up a bit. And Sharon Connell's
I've owned a German Shepherd, and this is supposed to be a big, aggressive animal. Shiva never bit me.
it's only the little ones, Jim, the
These
yappy
the
ones.
little ones.
Yes,
Bite.
that's it. So Sharon Connell's gone, I'm watching, thanks, Jim, and laughs on that one. So
Alright.
Sharon is watching.
Okay. Thank you, Sharon.
So thanks everyone who's watching there. Make sure you leave a comment or question in here, guys. We're going through a lot of them, so if you are leaving them, we are going to take the time to ask or answer as much as we can and put it to Jim here. So make sure you leave something in there. So I'm just scrolling down the feed here, right here. Eddie DeVette is going, hey, Jim and Joel, Merry Christmas and all the best for 2020. So thanks for that one, Eddie. Eddie's a Jim's mowing franchisee, I think, over in WA. Then Darcy's gone with the question here. What do you see for the Jim's group in 2020? Question mark.
Oh, it's going to be very big because software development, that's the biggest change. We've got Jim's jobs being worked on. We just heard back from Paul King today, one of our testers. And he's the guy who's never afraid to say what he doesn't like. He has lots and lots of opinions. And he was raving about Jim's Jobs. He said, this is a fantastic program. It's as easy to use as the original Jim's Jobs, and it's got all these features and stuff, and he absolutely loves it, and he's starting to tell his franchisees to use it. It's going to be great. And that's going to come in March, which will be really much better. So much easier. We can save our franchisees a lot of time and help them to do things like remind them to call back clients. And
No, that's the web-based version as well, the web one? Because
well,
two
if
different...
the web-based version is now fully mobile, will be
Yes.
hopefully by March, is what we're aiming for.
That's the point. So the full mobile one, yeah.
And we've also got Jimbo, which is very exciting, and
Which is for the franchisors.
this is for the franchisors,
Yeah.
so they can more easily contact their franchisees and take notes and stuff, so we can give better support to our franchisees.
Yeah, but when they were doing the user experiencing, what the franchisors found out, which wasn't the intention of the program, was the actual profile of the franchisee. They can really easily on their phone scroll up the franchisee profile, and basically when they do it, you have the full star rating, history, last contact, everything really easy on
And
your
eventually
phone.
it'll be dictated. You're driving in your
Yeah,
car,
the voice to
you
text
say
function.
next, then it tells you all the information that you chose to know, star rating, everything about that franchisee. You could say last note and it tells you what you said last time, then phone, and you phone them, you talk to them with full knowledge, then you say note and you dictate the note, and then you say next. That process by which you can it should cut the franchisor's job down in half, which means they can call more often and give more practical help.
Yeah.
Instead of wasting time in administration. So Jimbo will be big, and Jim's Jobs will be big, and both of these are the biggest changes, I reckon, that can lift our service to our franchisees and lift our customer service.
Yeah, I think just the accessibility of the mobile, just over all that data on your mobile they can access when they drive between jobs. The voice to dictation feature actually works really good. It's on iOS and also
Well, the people
Android
that are
as
using
well.
this stuff love it. We have
Yeah.
people trying Jimbo and they say, oh, I really want this. I really want this now. This is so good. There's a version coming out, I think, very shortly, but it's not voice activated, but it's got everything else.
No, it'll have all the stuff that they want to see. Like they can go on their phone. They like
you
that
can-
stuff.
you
Yeah,
can click it.
they can see and they can do it manually. The voice
I
activation
want to use it
stuff.
myself. I want to be able to use it for so when I make calls to people, my veterans, 10, 15, 20, 25 years, which is a great job, but to make it so much easier, I can just be reminded and I call them and it'll be fantastic.
Well, what a lot of them do is they bank up their notes for the end of the month and try and do it all in one go, right? But this way you can just do it constantly as you go really easily. But that's a really good program coming out there. So thanks for that question there, Darcy. So Eric Jurgens has gone here. Hi, you could have a chance card. You could have been breached, go to jail. Yep, we gave a chance card.
we
Easily
do.
say that.
We do.
There will be one, right?
Yes, but it's usually for a specific thing. There's two. I think community chest is customer service and chance is business success.
Okay, right.
So there's all the things you do. Good service. You've got a 5-star review, fantastic service. Advance to go collect $200, whatever, and then the bad one would be, well, you kick the client's dog,
You kick the client.
or pay $100.
No one ever
fine.
does that. No one ever does that. But yeah, maybe put a rock. I'll tell you a good one actually. We used to get all the time in insurance was blokes will whippersnipper and put a rock through the client's window.
Well, that works for mowing, of course.
It's a good one for mowing that one. But we can obviously do it for other
Or
ones.
rude to client, and then business success is all about doing the right thing.
You didn't give a quote. You didn't give a quote when you said you would.
Yeah,
That sort of stuff.
Or you raised your prices 10% and the client didn't mind. Click $50 or whatever.
Very good one. That's a nice point, Eric. There, and thanks for leaving that comment and question. You always tune in every week, which is great. Make sure you hit a like button, a share button, or commenting tonight, guys. It really does help us out. Okay, so Darcy's gone here with another question and comment, which is quite interesting. We haven't had this one before. He goes, would you ever do a Jim's TV show on a free-to-air TV station?
Well, if someone was prepared to pay for it, I would. But
Yeah.
who want me on free to air? I mean, to say we've got 50 or 60 watchers. But
Yeah.
the idea that 100,000 or so would want to watch me is probably a bit far fetched.
I don't know, Darcy. I think it's a lot of... Yeah, I think just with the power of technology, being able to do it in here as well, it's a lot easier. Jim can work and Jim can come down 3 minutes just before we go on and sit in here. I don't know how we'd go driving into...
You got very worried because
I
I was
always do.
doing my emails and I was just finishing off and
Yeah.
3 minutes till he rings. I said, I don't know what
One the way it hangs up.
he panics, this guy.
I do panic, yeah. So I don't know how we go getting to the
Ask Jim
studio.
without Jim would lose some of its pizzazz, wouldn't it?
I think it would, and I don't know if we could get you in the chair with the makeup before and all that sort of stuff, and we'd obviously have to change.
Mind you, don't need me at the beginning anyway. You're always rambling on about this business with different feeds and stuff. So yeah, I'm not being necessary. I could come 5 minutes later, it wouldn't matter, would it?
That's
Just
true,
about to have a
actually.
heart attack though. He's only about 30, but I don't want to lose him to cardiac arrest.
It's true. We'd have to upgrade the host too. We'd have to get a better looking host. Don't worry about that. If we did that
Well,
as
that's
well.
not difficult, is it? Is
Nah,
it,
not
Joel?
difficult at all. It's a very easy upgrade from that
I think
point of view.
I think we should try and find a Mr. Burns lookalike. That's a good looking guy.
If you say so.
So you know, just put on a bit of makeup and lose your hair, and we'll be right.
Now, something funny, I don't know if this person ever followed up with you because I was away for it, but I have someone, you know the Archibald Prize, you know they paint person and they submit it to the Archibald Prize. Did that guy email you?
Yeah, he's going. I'm going to be into.
Are you going to be doing it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so people don't know, Jim is going to be painted for the Archibald Prize. So the Archibald Prize is that competition where they, paint.
Well, that's one thing he suggested going for, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the only reason why I thought of that was when Marge painted Mr. Burns for the art show. That's the only reason why I thought about it. I'm glad that guy contacted you.
I think being entered for the Archibald would be
it'd be great.
Probably some horrible looking cartoon, but then you can't make me worse than I actually look in real life. So that's just the advantage. When you start off ugly, you can't. What can you do? I mean, really.
Well, that's true. Well, I'll leave it at that. We'll keep.
My wife thinks I'm good looking, but she's the only person in the known universe who does.
Well, that's all you need, though. You need one.
And she badly needs eye corrective surgery for her eyes. So
well, maybe you want to hold off on that. Maybe you want to.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, hold off on that.
I try not to do it. If she actually works out what husband really looks like, I'm in trouble.
So we'll keep going on that one there. But the Archibald Prize, that's going to be awesome. Jim in the Archibald Prize, that's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to seeing the result of that. Hopefully we do that. It'll be great. I wonder what they're going to get you into.
I don't know how good this guy is, actually. I've seen some of his stuff. It's a bit weird.
I think it's a bit abstract. It's a bit different. I wouldn't say the word weird. It's just art, Jim, so it's a bit abstract. A lot of things are a bit different, People would have thought Picasso might have been a bit weird back in the day. So
I think he's a bit weird. I think he's very weird. You don't think Picasso.
You're not into the abstract stuff?
There's all these things that people like.
You're not into the abstract.
I mean, it's disgusting. I don't know. I don't know anybody could like.
Or the Francis Bacon, none of that. Jackson Pollock, the old just floating the paint on thing.
Yes, and they paid $2 million. It's worth about 100.
Oh, a lot more than that. Oh, yeah, it's a good investment.
No, originally it was. I remember the controversy. It's now worth about 150 million or some stupid price.
It's in Canberra.
I don't know how people could do it. I really don't.
That's art, Jim.
I have no time for modern art. Absolutely not.
But he's gonna hopefully do the painting.
And that's antagonised most of the audience, I'm sure. Really. I'm a cultural philistine in those terms.
Put in there who's your favourite artist, actually. We actually see who's there. Who would you like to see paint Jim, actually? We've got one guy who's put his hand up for it. Who would you like to see paint Jim? All right, so we've got Dave McDonald's gone. G'day, Jim.
I like Turner, actually. Turner's good. Turner's great.
Right.
You've seen some of his
I
stuff?
haven't seen Turner, no.
He does some beautiful landscapes,
Okay.
Elysius deriding Polyphemus and this galleon on this blaze of light. He's an amazing.
I like Kim Doan.
You can actually take pictures up, and you can just take the corners up, and you know a Turner from the brush strokes. I love Turner.
Okay, there we go. So we'll keep moving on here. So Dave McDonald's gone. G'day, Jim. Merry Christmas.
Better than Picasso.
A lot better than Picasso. Well, Picasso's worth a lot more. We'll put it that way. Dave McDonald's gone.
I couldn't give a stuff how much a painting is worth. I think it's the most ridiculous thing you could possibly imagine, that people will pay huge amounts of money for a painting because it's supposed to be a Rembrandt. And then they discover it's not a Rembrandt and it's worthless. It's the same painting. And what does it matter whether it's an original or whether it's a good copy? If you can't tell the difference, it's still art, for heaven's sake. So, painting is ridiculous. I mean, to pay huge amounts of money for it is just crazy.
But we love Jim's painting division. Don't worry about that. Painting is Jim's painting.
Jim's
really good.
painting, but I don't think they're trying to paint like Picasso. If they did that, they wouldn't get much money. Because, honestly, you can imagine. I'm going to paint a house and you find Picasso murals all over the walls. I think the clients will ring up with a complaints line and get very upset at us.
That's true. Some of the clients in Brighton
I wanted off-white and you've given me this?
If they go, looks better, but make the house worth more. Bit of street art on the side.
I think it'd be worth bulldozing if you ask me. You paint Picasso on the walls. I reckon that kid, when Picasso was a kid, he would have just got up with crayons. I bet his parents walloped him for messing up the walls with drawing things on them.
They might have.
But they couldn't beat him out of the habit. That's how he became a famous artist.
Yeah.
He never learnt to draw properly.
And Jake Anderson's gone with the other feed. Hello, can you see my comment? It was on the Jim's mowing stream. Yes, we did see the comment, Jake Anderson. That was about the lead stuff. And Jim answered that just a quick, if you go back 5 minutes previously. Heather Campbell's gone Arndo.
Can't say it again.
Arndo really likes it. And we've got a question here from Dave McDonald, who done your antennas. G'day, Jim.
Merry David, my favourite antennas franchisee.
My franchisor rang today just to see how I was coping with the heat. I knocked off at 1 and did some shopping. Told him I wasn't working on Friday, so I'll be good, but the antennas franchisors are great. That's really good to hear. Just to check in to see how you're doing with the heat. I know a lot of them do that, or depending on the division. A lot of the mowing guys, cleaning, whoever it is.
It's a bit of a challenge. Here in Victoria, it's going to be 41, 42 on Friday, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be a full-on day.
Yeah.
So hopefully people start a lot earlier and
It's
try.
amazing what you get used to. When I was mowing lawns, I'd row right through 40+ degrees days.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't have any trouble with it, or?
You just get used to it. I keep a bottle of Solo in the car and just keep myself liquid and sweetness and stuff and not have much to eat.
Yeah.
It worked all right.
Okay. But everyone stay safe and obviously wear your sunscreen. If you're feeling a bit woozy, take some time off. Now,
And a hat. A hat.
Definitely
Proper
the hat. Definitely the hat. And Jason Pollock's gone here. Hi guys, Merry Christmas to you both and the crew behind the cameras. So
This
thanks.
is Jackson Pollock, the
So
artist.
Jason Pollock. I said Jackson Pollock. I mean Jason Pollock from Newcastle from Pool Care.
Well, if Jackson Pollock is watching this, he's going to be very offended. He's probably going to send me a rude message. So if you're watching, Jason, just I'm not going to listen to anything you say anyway. You awful paint.
I had it on my mind.
I don't even know if he's
Jason was
alive
Jason.
or not, actually.
No, I think he's passed away. He's a bit of a troubled man. There was a documentary on him and how he did his
Well,
artwork.
no wonder his paintings are worth more because he's dead and he can't do any more of them.
That's they will leave it at that. But thanks, Jason. Jason always tunes in and being in
if
Pool
art
Care.
dealers ever try and assassinate a painter, because as soon as the painter dies, all their paintings go up in value.
That's
You
true.
know that?
That's true. But I don't.
So I mean, I just wondered if there's a market here for Jim's hitmen. Once we get this, which I think is seriously needed to help with debt collection and other important issues, and we could actually offer it. Your whole valuable paintings belong to a particular artist. We will, for a very modest sum, we will go and assassinate the painter, and all your paintings are going to be worth lots of money. Now, really, wouldn't that be worth it?
It would be for people who are interested in that line of work, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
I think there's a real commercial opportunity. You've got to have imagination in business.
I think that's been good.
You've got to look for the commercial opportunities wherever that may be.
That's definitely a unique commercial opportunity for
Yes.
anyone who's interested. But thanks for that one, Jason. Jason tunes in every week and obviously is a big supporter, so thanks for that, Jason. Dave McDonald's gone, fell through client's roof. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 as a suggestion for one of the things. That used to happen all the time with some divisions in insurance. Fell through the roof or something like that accidentally.
Oh, you wouldn't believe the stuff.
Left the tile off and the...
You didn't believe that stuff. Guys go into. I'll look at the insurance claim and it's unbelievable. It's like a guy who uses oven clean to clean all the benches and cupboards, and he wipes out like $20,000 worth of benches. But
Wow.
he's an oven cleaner.
Yeah, unfortunately that happens sometimes.
Oh my goodness.
But it'll be
And
rectified.
they say, but it's cheaper. You know, the stuff you use with the enzyme and stuff. This is actually 20 cents cheaper. And yet $20,000 more expensive in the damage that you do.
That's why you got to use the proper cleaning products with the enzyme.
You do.
They're the best. They're environmentally friendly.
The gym
Plant-based
stuff-
ones are the
gym
best.
stuff is good.
That's right. So Malcolm Bradley's gone here. Hi guys, Jim's Test and Tag, Hastings, New Zealand. Have a great Christmas and New Year. Thanks for that,
Thanks,
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
I thanks for leaving a comment in, and that's really good. And same to you. Ange Dennis has got nice hats, so thanks for that, Ange.
Yeah.
Good to see the comments. And Chloe McKinnon's gone loving the hats. You know, it's funny. They're two girls in the office who never ever. They watch him all the time. Never ever say anything. You have to put one of these hats to get them to say anything. So. Thanks.
Hey, you see what goes on in their office. I know you just come back.
Yeah.
But Chloe is amazing.
Loves Christmas.
Every day she comes in this outrageous. She has this big bright tie on today.
The reindeer
shiny
ears.
paint and the
Yeah.
reindeer. Everything's different.
She loves Christmas, Chloe. She's right into the Christmas spirit.
She looks demented actually, but she's a wonderful girl.
No, Chloe's looks wonderful. They love it in the office. So Eric Jurgens has gone here. Are you on in the next 2 weeks? No, we've got two specials playing in the next 2 weeks. So next 2 weeks at the same time, we will have a video upload, which will be 20 clips, which Jake's put together. So 20 and 20 of the Ask Jim clips, which will be funny stuff. So it'll be a lot of Jim's jokes.
Nobody wants to watch me on Christmas Day.
No, definitely not. So
Or New Year's Day either.
we're going to put those two videos.
Unless you're extremely drunk from New Year's Eve, in which case I'm probably just about bearable.
Well, if you are extremely drunk, don't leave any comments in there because it's not live, but it'll be in there if you just want to have something to watch. It'd be quite funny. Then Luke McGraw's gone here. This is a nice one. Jim, what's your favourite type of grass variety? What's your favourite grass type / variety?
I should say marijuana, shouldn't I? But not
Jeez, the heat's making it a bit funny tonight, I tell you what.
No. I don't know. I reckon buffalo lawns are pretty good.
The old buffalo lawn,
they're
right?
So thick and
They're the ones that make you itchy, right?
and
Buffalo?
springy and
I get
bouncy.
itchy from them all the time.
They're very tough.
Buffalo lawns.
Very resistant and stuff. But they're a challenge to cut because they've got such a deep pile. But I like them.
Buffalo, yeah. I remember I grew up playing a lot of buffalo. It was great. You know, if you could fall and do a specky and...
Yeah, it's just like a trampoline.
Yeah, it was.
Boom,
It's great for
like that.
kids, but old buffalo.
Yeah.
Get real itchy though. There's no problem.
Well, it's only if you roll in it.
Yeah,
I
that's
suppose
true.
that's the point of grass, isn't it? But I mean, it's like a trampoline. You know, you can fall in it and bounce off. So it's good for kids.
What type of other grasses can you name off your top of your head just out of interest?
Well, you know, fescue and
Fescue,
and
yep.
Kentucky bluegrass, all those kind of things.
Cooch?
I don't know much. Cooch, of course. That's the
Cooch?
stuff you get into the gardens. I
Yep.
hate cooch.
Yep.
I really don't know much about plants. I'm amazingly ignorant about gardening and plants for somebody who mowed lawns professionally for 15 years.
A lot of our guys are horticulturalists though, which is they know everything about.
They know.
Yeah.
You get someone like Des.
Oh, Des is a lot of the blokes do.
I mean,
yeah.
compared with him, the amount of knowledge I've got about gardening, you'd fit in my little finger, and he's the whole.
Go any backyard in the world you want with Des, and he'll go that. He'll know everything in the backyard.
Yeah, Des is fantastic.
He's an absolute legend. He takes our horticultural course. If you do come to training here, Des is your man, and everyone loves him and does love that session. It's actually online. We put it online.
He's got a real passion for it. He just
loves
it.
it.
He just loves plants. He loves landscaping and gardens. He's just a real.
And that's on our YouTube channel, Des' horticultural session. So you can actually watch that as a general intro, and it's a really good one to watch.
He's a top guy, dude.
He's an absolute great fella. Jesse Ball's gone, hi Jim, Merry Christmas to you. So thanks for that, Jesse, and leaving a comment there. That's really nice. David McDonald's gone 46 degrees up here on Friday. That's up in Horsham.
46.
Up in Horsham, be very, very hot.
You must be tough as nails up there. I tell you what.
Yeah, country people are really tough, Jim. A lot more tougher than you city slickers out here.
Soft, sippy. At least I'm not soft. Look at my hands. I've got all the callus on my gardening and stuff.
That's true.
Doing that. Yeah.
You got some working hands. Yeah, you do. All right, so Jesse.
I'm not really a city slicker because I go out to the country at least every week.
You love your farm, so
I love my farm, so I'm not really one of these soft, pot-bellied, urbanised.
That's not what you're pointing to me for. I'm quite trim, Jim. I've lost heaps of weight from being overseas for 8 days. It was good fun. Jesse Ball's gone, hi Jim, a very Merry Christmas to you and your family. If you could have anything for Christmas, what would it be? Good question.
Well, like I said last week, somebody give me $10 million for my research project. That would be a nice... If anybody's got a spare $10 million lying around in your Christmas stocking, we could do some fantastic research with that.
$10 million. There we go.
$10 million for my research project. I don't want it personally. No, I just want it.
There we go.
Do some really exciting research.
Well, thanks for that comment, Jesse. That's really good. So Roofy G's gone, hi Jim and Joel. Check out Jim's Termite and Pest Control Melbourne on Facebook to see what fun we had at our Christmas family fun day. Had a great night. We'll have a look, Roofy, and thanks for that. We'll share that as well on the Jim's Group page. And it's good to see a lot of our franchisees get together for various functions with most divisions. We're seeing photos come on board, which is great. To get together with their families, and great way to end the year. So Roofy Gee's gone, we love Chloe. Yes, everyone loves Chloe. Chloe's great.
We all love Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe's fantastic.
Please don't. Look what I said about her. She looks demented, but she's a really wonderful human being.
No, Chloe's fantastic. She's a really great.
Coming to the office every morning and you see some weird contraction on her head, and I can't believe anybody would have so many different ways of dressing their heads up to look like Christmas.
There's a lot of them, isn't there? The reindeer ears. There's a couple of the snow hat. Then Denise McMaster, Kingston's gone, yes, I met Chloe and Ange last week. They are great, looking forward to working with them. So that's really nice, Denise. Thanks for that. I think Denise is from Jim's bookkeeping. So they'll be wrapped with that. Bit of a pump they're getting from people.
Did the training last week.
Yeah, they're getting a bit of a pump from people on the live feed here. So that's really good. So thanks for that one. So keep leaving questions and comments here, guys. I'll go back to the other one on here. So Darren Dawes gone, hey guys, Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year from Darren and Jim's Carpet Cleaning, Thornton. So thanks for that, Darren. I think, Darren, I don't know if you've just been in for around a year or something, so let us know how long you've been going for. But that's really, really good. Okay, so here we've got a question on one of the other live feeds, which was, on a scale of 1 to 10, how strict are you as a parent? We haven't had that one before.
Well, pretty strict in the sense that my kids don't disobey me.
No, you're good kids, Jim. They don't, no.
No, Aaron the other day he said, what if I don't do this? It was something about homework or something. Yeah. I said, Aaron, you don't want to ask that question. It's not going to work. But I don't actually punish my kids very much. The last time I put him in the dark room, which was the bathroom with the light on, he was 3 years old and he's never forgotten. It's been traumatised for life. I don't think I've punished him since then. Oh, the only thing, if I catch him playing on his iPad during forbidden times, like 11 to 3 or after 8, I take it off him for a day. But I've only ever done that about once.
Yeah, but your kids are pretty good. Like, they're not. You obviously raise them pretty well for you and Lee, so...
Well, I don't know why. They don't disobey their fathers, that's for sure.
No, they're good kids. But I'm
very scary. I don't know why exactly. I get told. I don't know why. I'm such a mild, amiable guy, but
you're always baffled by that, aren't you? That people find you intimidating. Yes, or
yeah, they do.
Yeah, you get told sometimes.
Yeah, I do get told, but people are very scared of me. I think I look very fierce.
No, you're not that fierce. Nah. I know you too well to not be scared by you anymore. First couple of years, I can see why people sometimes can be though. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's because of who you are. I guess maybe the big CEO of the company, But Jim's very lovely and very friendly, so he's not what people may think sometimes.
I think you're the first person ever described me as lovely. I think that's a...
Oh, you can be lovely. Yeah, we had a good chat up here before about some jokes. We had some jokes, which you're going to tell one of the jokes at the end. You were telling some jokes as well.
Yes.
So we got one at the end, guys. So if you want to
Do you
hang around for
think I
Jim's
should?
joke, yeah, we're going to tell this one tonight. It's very risque, but at the end though, in 20 minutes time.
We'll
But
have to warn everybody. So everybody
Yeah.
who's not fond of that kind of joke, you got to switch off. So we'll let you know when. So just switch off and go somewhere else.
that's
and
true.
Don't get offended by it.
But it's a ripping one there.
My wife thinks it's funny.
Well, that's the tester. That's why we didn't know whether to put it on or not. But when he said Lee thought it was funny, I was like, okay.
She's a good. She likes that kind of thing, but it's
It's a good joke. We'll hang around to the end for that one. Make sure you stay tuned. So Dave McDonald's got me. Joel, did you get my email? No, I probably haven't checked yet, Dave, because I've been away. I only got back today, so I haven't looked at half of my emails, but I'll get to it as soon as I can and get back to you regarding what it is. Okay, so we'll get to a few more of the questions and comments under here. So here's a good one, which has come through. This might be based on the news.com article, which came through 2 days ago, which was, do you force franchisees into a strict, rigid business model, i.e. must they mow a certain way or use a certain product?
no. In terms of the way people run their business, we're actually very liberal, and that's things like charging and stuff. We only just recommend a higher price, but they can charge what they like. But the strictness is in customer service. I mean, basically, you amaze your customers. You look after your customers well. You ring back promptly. If you can't get through, you send a text. You do a good job. You satisfy the customer. If the customer's not satisfied, you go back and fix it. You send a quote. You text it to follow it up. We just want our customers to be happy. That's the rule. Basically, if you do that and wear a uniform and pay your fees on time, we're fine. It's very strict about customer service, but very lenient about pretty well everything else.
Well, I think the argument of that one's we're coming to certain ones where if the business is failing, but they're forced to buy from a supplier who's a lot more expensive than, let's say, someone else.
Well, our rules specifically won't allow that. If a franchisor was found to do that, they would be in very serious trouble. It's actually against our principles. We do not take contributions from suppliers. We just don't do it. They may sponsor events and give prizes to franchisees, but they don't pay anything to us.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true, actually. We've got a lot of trade days and stuff coming up next year where they come along, which would be really cool. Nikki Kennett's gone here.
I have to say about customer service that franchisees do get pretty stressed at times about how strict we are.
What's the number one point of conjecture, isn't it, the surveys for you? It's always the number one.
They do.
Yeah.
People get very stressed about complaints. Now, that's where I say I'll take them up if there's any evidence that they're wrong, and I do. I delete probably at least 12, 15 quotes, complaints and bad surveys a day. But, if you get stressed by a complaint, well, don't do the thing that's upsetting the client. I mean, really, that's the basic rule. And I'm tough on that. People say you're very hard. You're very hard-hearted because this guy's got he's got depression and stuff, and here you are hitting him with these complaints. And what I always say to them is, yes, you may get upset about getting a complaint, but other franchisees are going to get upset if the work dries up and they can't feed their families and pay their mortgage. So you've always got to balance it. It's not just a case of the more lenient you are, the better it is for franchisees. You have to be tough on customer service, or the franchisees aren't going to keep busy. Not only the franchisees as a group, but also individual franchisees who give poor service are far more likely to report poor income. And they're far more likely to leave because they can't make a go of it.
That's the number one point of conjecture internally, obviously for you in your days, the surveys is the complaints.
I get a lot. I get people they email me or ring me and they abuse me and they say you don't really care about franchisees. You're a hypocrite because you're pushing me on customer service and that's upsetting me and I just want to be left alone and what you say you put franchisees first, and I said, well, I do put you first because that's why I want you to do good service so we get lots of clients so you'll make more money and your other franchisees make more money.
And that's a worry, but if you've got someone saying you're pushing me on customer service, well, why would you not want to be pushed on customer service?
Look, the problem is sometimes you get unfair complaints. We're trying to do things about that. We really go to every effort to see, ring the client, check what actually happened, do an examination. If the job's supposed to be poor, let's even investigate the job. We do everything possible to try and be fair. But, if you don't do the correct things, if you ring the client but don't follow with the text, and the client complains, well, you're going to get stuck with a complaint because you should have followed up. Because the client's unhappy. The client's not going to use it ever again. Because you just phoned them, but you didn't text them. And franchisees don't like that sometimes. They get upset at it.
And it just hurts the group so much more than if you're an individual business because you've got 50 plus other divisions who won't have a most likely not a chance at that client again either.
Yeah. Customer service is the key to keeping our people busy, and we're doing better and better. We got the proportion of unserviced leads is rising all the time as we're getting better service. We're not doing more advertising. We're just giving, as we get better in service, we get more leads and franchisees have more to do. And I get the one much letters from franchisees, and most of the time they're flat out from the word go.
Which is great to hear. Okay, so we've got a few more comments and questions coming in. It's a great one, guys. Make sure you leave a comment or question in there. And Jim's going to do a joke at the end as well, which is definitely worth hanging around for.
I don't know.
It's like with the piano joke. I reckon it's good. I've heard it before. It's a good one.
I had to give it to him to just
To screen it a bit. So if we get in trouble for it, it's going to come back on me because I screened it and said it was okay. All right, so Stuart Rainbow. So thanks for the chocolates for the boys as well, Stuart. They appreciate it as well. G'day, Jim and Joel. All tuned in here.
Our whole office is full of chocolate. Stop giving chocolates. I cannot resist that stuff. I go by picking things up, and it's bad news.
You can't resist.
I said to the girls, you should distribute whatever amongst yourselves. Just take it home. Go away. I don't want it. I put fresh fruit on every desk, so from Jim's Home Fresh.
Yeah.
So that people will eat healthy stuff and not stuff themselves on chocolate, including me.
So Stuart's gone, welcome back, Joel. How was the trip? Trip was really good, Stuart. Actually flew in this morning, so I'm pretty tired. I got in, seeing as 9 hours from Bangkok, and got in today around 11, then went home, had a sleep, then come straight out here. So, no, it was good fun. It was a music festival over there. I'm really glad I went, actually. Caught up a few mates in England, from England I haven't seen for a while, and it was a five-day music festival in Thailand, which probably, that's enough that needs to be said about that. But really, really good fun. Really tired, a lot of blisters on the feet, but really good time. But thanks for tuning in, Stuart, as well, and leaving that comment. Stuart tunes in all the time, every week, which is great. So another question and comment over here from Nikki Kennett. So this is an interesting one from Nikki. Nikki's, I'm currently a dog washer in a private shop. What is the best first step to learning more on the grooming side, as I'm keen to one day get to own or run one of your dog wash franchises?
Nikki, you're already washing.
In a private shop.
You're grooming.
Yeah. No, she's washing in a private shop. What's the best way to learn more of the grooming side? Yeah.
Oh, so aren't they teaching you grooming in the shop?
They might be, I would say. Well, put it in there, Nikki.
Well, usually that's what normally happens. If
Yeah.
you go and work for a groomer in a grooming salon, they'll start you up on washing, and then they'll graduate and they'll teach you things. If you don't do that, there's courses that you can learn from.
I think the good one to watch the video we did with Katie on the YouTube or our Facebook page, where Katie was working with someone who did have the knowledge and went on her own, but we have people who come from no previous experience, and they have the full course set up, they have all the grooming stuff, they have everything there ready to go to support you the whole way. So
the thing to bear in mind about running a dog washing business, as any other kind of business, people don't fail because they don't know how to wash a dog. They fail because they lack the business skills and acumen. You can learn how to do these things relatively simply. You know, a few days training, washing, grooming and stuff, they teach you very well. Same thing with fencing, same thing with most of our other divisions. Mowing, we get either 6 days, 3 days generic, 3 days horticulture. You can learn the basics really, really simple. What makes people fail is failure to do things like having a high standard of customer service and making the job look brilliant. Whatever it's washing a dog or cleaning windows or mowing, it doesn't matter. It's got to look great, make the customer happy, ring people back promptly, turn up on time, don't be too cheap, just do a great job. That's business skills is the biggest thing. 99 times out of 100. In fact, I'd say 100%. If people fail, it's because of lack of business skills. It's not because they haven't got the technical training. Because it's easy to find.
I think that's a great point, Jim. I don't think we've ever heard of someone failing because they can't do the job really properly.
No.
It's the other side of the business stuff, right?
You have somebody who thinks they know how to do it and they don't want to be retrained. We had a case just recently today. This guy he'd been terminated for poor service, and I said, but you don't listen. Every time you do something wrong, you just blame the client. You say, no, I did everything right, and he thinks that protects him, but it doesn't. It tells me he's getting all these complaints and all these poor surveys, and all he's saying is, no, the customer's wrong, you're wrong, system's wrong, I'm doing everything right, and therefore, by inference, I do not intend to change what I do, and that's why he's failing.
So, Nikki, you'd be great family, the Dog Wash family. They're the largest in Australia now for a reason. They have all the grooming experience. They have all these expert groomers. We have people who actually, expert groomers who come over to the franchise, which is a great sign for Jim's Dog Wash, right? People have worked in like in salons of like yourself, full-time groomers who said, this is a great one to do my own thing, and they come and do it. So you've got a massive network there.
Look, Nikki, you can even come to gyms and do all the training and everything else. It doesn't cost very much, just a few thousand, and you can learn how, and you don't have to buy a franchise at the end of it. In fact, we don't actually... We prefer not to sign somebody to a franchise before they train. So most people who we train haven't actually signed.
Yeah.
So we train them first, no obligation. People can come and they can learn everything we've got to teach them about business, about the quality of the job, and then they can go run their own business.
Yeah, I just take action on it. Just 131546 or just via the Jim's Dog Wash website or Facebook page. They'll be able to help you out. It's really easy to come along and talk to them. Really good team. Nikki Kennett's almost gone. Oh my God. I collect Monopoly board games. Are they available to buy, please? They'll be available
About 3 months. 4 months.
April.
4 months.
April they'll be available. And
this will be a real collectible. First edition.
First edition Jim's Monopoly.
There'll be thousands. I'm sure it's going to sweep the world.
Absolutely.
It's going to knock all the other old games off the table. Well, literally. I don't want to play with the boring old property. I want to play with the Jim's Monopoly. The real thing.
There we go.
The genuine Monopoly. The top version.
And Nikki Kennett's gone here as well. I'm just about to start reading your book, which is a great start. Please read of maybe this one or the other one. I'm just about to start reading your book. I'm excited to learn more on you. What made you start Jim's?
Yes, yeah, it's a good story.
What made you start Jim's was the question from her.
Well, basically hunger.
Hunger. There we go.
No great ambition. I was just without a job and didn't know what to do. So I
hunger. Hunger's a good answer there for that one. We get that one a lot. So hunger, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good motivation.
But have a read of that book. I'm sure you'll be sold on that. Hopefully, come to the training.
And this irrational desire to pay the rent and do other things like that too.
Just basic things, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. James Lyon's gone, evening, gentlemen. So thanks for leaving a comment, James, and top fan badge. So you leave comments on our stuff, which is awesome. Then Imad Eddie Durrani's gone, hi, Jim. So Imad, hi, Imad. G'day, Imad. I think Imad's commented before, so g'day, Imad. So thanks for leaving a comment there. We really do appreciate you watching. Now, Eric Jurgen's gone, would you ever consider doing Jim's dog wash salons? Question mark.
No.
Because it's a shop site-based thing, right?
I would not. Site-based is very, very different business. We don't understand it. We're very good at service businesses. We've tried a little bit of that kind of stuff. We went into health clubs. It was a disaster. We just don't know enough about it to be helpful. And you know, we're good at what we do. Let's stick to what we do. Stick to your knitting. It's one very hard lesson I've learned.
So thanks for that one, Eric. And David's gone, when can we pre-order Monopoly? I think we'll release it to franchisees and obviously Jim's people first for order. That'd be the way to go, I reckon. If we can.
I think if you want to write, what's our line?
Our line for what?
How does a person order things for Jim?
We just go to the Jim shop when we put it on there. So we can put it on the Jim shop as a pre-order, David.
Put
maybe
it
a March
put
something.
it as a pre-order, and as soon as we got the graphic, put it in there, and then we just collect orders.
Yeah, we can do that. That's no problem at all. We can definitely do that for you, David. So that'll probably be March-ish, I reckon. Just want to make sure everything's confirmed with the Monopoly and there are going to be no issues. And we can do a picture and put it up there. So
you might even say that if you order and pay in advance,
get a discount.
You get a discount, like
a
10% discount.
Yeah, we'll do that. We can definitely do that. And Peter Woolsey's gone, Xmas bonus from Jim this year, Joel? Question mark. Am I getting an Xmas bonus from Jim this year, Joel?
Nah. But you've got to get paid though, which he doesn't deserve anyway. So that should be enough.
There we go, Peter. That's
He's on holidays all the time anyway. He came out from Thailand. He was in South America before that. Mate, he's a real bludger, this guy.
Oh, real bludger. I'll work. Yeah,
I've come down before midnight several times this month. This recent times, and he wasn't there.
I'm generally here to most nights till 10, Peter. So I like to.
Yeah,
I work hard.
I'm only kidding.
I know. No, Jim's good now. Don't need a bonus. I'm happy though. We've never done. I don't know why you would. Like, how would you do a bonus?
No.
Anyway?
We tend to do mid-year actually.
Mid-year review, right?
Mid-year review.
Yeah.
And then you get. That's when we tend to give bonuses or say pay rises and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think, but you've done it before. If people are doing well during the year or whatever, and you think your Jim proactively goes and gives it to him, right? It's not the other way around.
Most pay rises we give are not asked for. These people we say somebody's done a good job.
Yeah, proactive. Yeah, don't worry. Jim's not a Grinch, Peter. It's definitely not at all. And then Stuart Rainbow's gone, sign me up for the Monopoly. Yep, so we can definitely do that, Stuart. Then Dave McDonald's gone.
Pre-order's a good idea.
We should do it.
Put it on.
Yep, so Jake's writing it down in the background, so we'll hook something up with that. Then Dave McDonald's gone.
Have we done the artwork, Jake? How's that going?
We'll have it by tomorrow.
By tomorrow we'll have the artwork.
Yeah.
So artwork tomorrow for Jim's Monopoly will go up. So that was Jake. That's a great job with that stuff.
I have to see it first.
Yeah.
But when you've got it, which go to me, once it's been approved, then we'll put it out on the Jim shop.
Sure, and Facebook as well. You
and
put
we'll
on
do,
there.
And we'll do pre-orders.
Cool. All right, we can do that. So
it's going to be incredibly popular.
It will be.
It's going to sell out. We should have edition 1, so that people who get the first edition are going to have a prize. It's like a first edition Gutenberg Bible. I mean, first edition. Imagine first edition.
Or like a first edition Moby Dick or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the only one. That's the one I want to know. I don't know what the other ones you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, this is the first edition of Jim's Monopoly. It's going to be an absolute classic. It's going to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars down the track.
Hundreds of thousands. Okay.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Like art, right? Better than art.
No,
Better art than the
better,
previous.
better than Blue Pole.
Better than Blue Pole Jackson Pollock,
Yeah,
right?
first edition Jim's Monopoly. I think it's going to be so popular. This is my prediction. Mind you, I'm very bad at predicting anything, so...
We'll see how it goes. I think it will. I'm sure there's worldwide... who knows where this makes it? Because it'll be worldwide Monopoly collectors, right? They want to get every edition, so
Yeah.
this will be a new one for them.
I've got a feeling that Australia and New Zealand's going to be our major market. People are going to look at this other country and think, what is this weird stuff here?
Yeah, there we go. So David McDonald's gone, how about signed editions? I'm sure Jim could sign it.
Oh, I can sign that edition.
There we go. Jim can sign it. Then I think...
Black pen on the box.
Yeah, definitely. That's
Why not?
And then David McDonald's gone, have you looked at doing a dog wash van? Jim's dog wash van?
Yeah, we have. We looked at that too. It's expensive, but obviously it'd be easier because of the. I know that Sharon's looking into it.
Yeah, definitely. And then Karen's gone, sign me up also, please. So there's another person. So there's three. Then Peter's gone, how did the dinner with Jim go? Couldn't do the dinner, Peter, just due to numbers. But what we could put it as an offer, every Wednesday, third week or fourth week for training, we do have Facebook Live with an audience. People from the public can come down. There's no...
Just come in, pay $25 or whatever. You can have dinner. I'll have a chat with you too, because I always wander around the room saying, oh, if it's possible. And then you can sit in the audience for Facebook Live and...
Yeah, definitely. Then afterwards you meet Jim and have a photo with him and have a chat to him. We have it all the time. So we've had people from the public come down before. So it's definitely something new. So it's every 3 to 4 weeks, and we let you know via the Facebook page when we can do that. Then James Lyons going, it's a great show, guys.
But if you come and you don't pay for dinner, we'll get Jim's hitman onto you. I warn you, we've got a very tough debt collection policy in this company.
Yes, definitely. You make sure you pay for that dinner. Then James Lyons going, great show, guys. Are there any new divisions on the horizon for 2020 besides Jim's board games? Question mark. It's a good question. Any new divisions on the horizon?
What are we thinking about now? I don't think so.
I think there's a lot more services though. There's concreting and stuff, and
we're trying to get concreting and
sheds and garages as well.
Flooring. You're right. Sheds and
garages. That's going to be a big one, guys. Sheds and garages is going to be good.
Just train people how to put these things up, and the company itself will actually promote them, but our guys will go out and erect them.
So they're a very established brand, but they're happy to call it Jim's Sheds and Gardens, and you can get a massive dairy shed. They do everything. So it's going to be a really cool one.
I think so too.
Looking forward to that one here. So we've got some more questions and comments coming in the other live feed. So Jim's mowing, Bay of Plorks, Hawke's Bay, evening all. Daryl from Jim's Mowing tuned in. Hope you all have a good Christmas and New Year's. So thanks for that, Daryl. Daryl tunes in all the time from over in New Zealand. So thanks for that. Same to you, Daryl. And awesome. Thanks for leaving that. Now here we go. This is a pointed question. So this is a bit of a tricky one for you.
Pointed questions are good. I like
Greg Fisher goes, Jake Anderson, this is regarding your lead stuff, right? Greg Fisher to Jake Anderson, because that's how they rip money off you and make Jim a millionaire. Here we go. The typical... All right, over to you.
Well, that's the point. So they say, well, why do you charge lead fees? Because we get extra money. I think what people forget is that we write the contracts, okay? So if we wanted to get some extra money, why don't we just raise the base fee, huh? So, for example, instead of charging base plus lead, we charge the base fee because it's the base fee here, so it's higher. So it's a bit of a funny way to do it if that's our major concern, because we write the contract, so we can set the base fee whatever we like. But in the end, what matters is whether our franchisees get value for money.
And they've obviously 4,000 people are getting value for money because that's what the numbers are, right?
I think it's also a matter of, the reason we do it is customer service driven, but the other reason is it's a point of fairness. Let's just say that you're a franchisee who's taking, 2 leads a month territory only, and there's another guy who's taking 50 leads a month. Now, are you saying that it's fair that they both pay exactly the same fees? Or should the person, the same fees, or why shouldn't the person who's taking 50 leads pay a bit more? And the one who's getting 2 leads pay a bit less. Isn't that fair? Because they're getting more value, so why shouldn't they pay a bit more instead of paying all exactly the same?
I'd also say to Jake, you can call Jim anytime as well. Obviously, the mobile number I think is on Jim's online, or email jim@jims.net as well, just to have a chat with Jim directly if you want as well. But obviously, open forum. We don't mind those questions, Greg, because that's fine to put that in there. I think that's a common sentiment with franchising. I look at all the comments all the time. You get that sort of stuff like that.
I get it all the time. I do.
Yeah.
These kinds of questions I get every week. People will write to me and I'll say to things like, well, the most common thing is I shouldn't have to pay for leads I don't turn into jobs. I had another one of those today.
Yeah.
And I go through it and I explain that's why it's an incentive. If it's an incentive for service, if we take out the leads you don't actually get, then you remove the incentive for service, which is the whole point in the first place. You might as well not charge it.
Yeah.
So it defeats the point. And
Gyms
the
will
problem,
not exist.
if we do that, then the customer service drops dramatically, less leads come in, less work to the franchisees, and there's less money so you can pay the fees. We're trying to maximise your income, and that's why we do it that way.
What year did you bring the lead fee in?
Oh, way back. It was probably 25 years ago.
And you obviously think that's a major component to why you had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we did the tests and we found out that when people were paying a lead fee, even though their overall fees were the same, base fee or base fee plus lead fee, these guys were doing so much better at converting.
That's a great one there.
And much, much less unhappy customers. It was dramatic. It was an extreme difference. And yet they were paying the same fees.
Yeah.
You can imagine the same fee structure. We were getting 50% more actual jobs from the same volume of leads. You can imagine a little tweak to the system that increases the lead volume by 50%. We are talking about tens of millions of dollars a year of extra income to our franchisees by tweaking the system. And people say, no, let's take that away and let's go back and let's see customer service go down. I think that's the way forward.
The comment I always see is, well, don't go into business for yourself. Don't make someone else rich. Well, if that's the case, everyone would be in business for themselves. It's not that easy, and of the majority of businesses fail in their first year, right?
Well, the interesting thing about gyms, it's a voluntary system.
Yeah.
We don't hold anybody. You can at the most pay $4,000 and go away and walk independent. People do it. They do it. Most of them don't. But those who really don't see the value go. And sometimes we have people who don't like the system in some way, who say, I'm not getting value for money. And we say to them, well, that's okay. Don't pay the fees. Go independent. Run it by yourself if you think you can. $4,000 is a very minor cost. Never pay fees again. I mean, you'll get that back in about 5 months, based on the fees we normally
It's just the
charge.
cost of doing business. Like any fees in franchising, they're all the tax deductions, I think, as well. I'm not a tax man, and don't hold me accountable
Of course
to that.
it's an income and
But
it's a tax.
it's a business expense as well,
But the interesting thing is
stuff you
actually how many people who leave us actually come back.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it?
Because
Yeah.
they're out there and they say, oh, well, leads aren't as easy to find as I thought they would be.
Yeah, and then David Rump's gone here, taking leads is not mandatory, it is a user pay system. If you don't want to pay lead fees, don't take leads, it's simple. Yep, that's a great point. Then Dave McDonald as well, he's gone with a nice point here. We know what we get into when we sign, so no problem here.
It's
Yeah.
explained very clearly by me in the first morning of training before you've signed the contract. But it's amazing how many people think that all that's going out the water. They'll write to me after 3 weeks and say, okay, Jim, now I've decided, now I want you to change the basics. Of what you do."
Yeah.
And of course you're going to do this because,
Yeah.
what you say in the first session you don't really mean. And you don't understand how business works, whereas I've been going for 3 weeks and I totally understand it now.
Yeah,
I get this all the time.
but thanks for leaving that question, Greg. We see that obviously all the time online.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jake gets it as well.
I
so-
say it all the time, and every time
Yeah.
somebody comes to me with these sorts of things, I write them back and explain what's going on. Every franchisee has access. Doesn't mean to say, you write to me, I'm going to agree with whatever you say, because obviously I won't in some ways.
Yeah.
You look like a mullah, actually, with that head,
A mullah?
Yeah, if you don't see the tattoo, you look like
A mullah? Really? Well, with the hair or with the beard, or is it the hair sticking at the front?
I don't know, the sort of the
With a little
you
mullah?
look a bit like Yasser Arafat with
Yasser
the Christmas hat.
Gee, it was a bit looking Yasser Arafat. Fair dinkum, come on. Yasser Arafat, I had to need the, I should have got like a cloth. Darren Doyle's gone, someone has to pay the call centre as well. So yes, there is obviously a call centre. The lovely people in the call centre who take all the jobs and deal with all the lovely clients and all that sort of stuff, there's a charge with that as well. It's not free. So that does go to help that as well. So Peter Wolseley's gone, wouldn't mind coming down to watch one of these live and meet the man. Do they serve scotch also? Yes, they do serve scotch and some alcoholic beverages at the bar. They do have a full bar there, which you can do.
Just don't expect me to drink with you. I don't like alcohol.
Yeah, don't buy Jim a drink. He won't do
I
it.
think it's disgusting.
I'm happy to take it for him, but don't buy Jim a drink. But happy to come down.
You can buy him a drink. He likes to get drunk.
Yeah, sometimes. But that's what you can go. You can come down every Wednesday, guys. Make sure you stay pretty to life. Please do it. Now let's end up here tonight, Jim, with your joke. So I've been building up your joke for a bit. Now Jim did vet it with me, and I think it's okay. But it's a bit risque.
But I think those are going to be offended, switch off now. Okay,
Yes.
just stop the feed, go away. All right, we don't want to offend
Please
you.
don't complain about it. We're warning you
Please
now.
don't complain.
No.
You have been warned. Now, this guy goes into a bar, and he's got this case, and he opens the case, and out he pulls this little guy, about that tall, with a tiny little grand piano, and he sits him on a table, and he says, this little guy here can play anything that you want, and they all start going, saying things like they you know, can you do Beatles, can you do Gershwin, can you do rap, can you do orchestral, anything, and he does them. This is fantastic, and everybody's really amazed at this. And after this is finished, somebody comes up to him and he says to him, "Look, how did you do this? Where did you get this guy from?" And he said, "Well, I'll tell you the secret. This is actually given to me by a genie." He says, "You know, genie is the one that grant wishes, but this isn't a 3-wish genie. This is a 1-wish genie. So I got a wish." And the guy said, "This is amazing. I wish I could do that." He said, "You can. You can do this. You can have 1 wish for yourself." He said, "What would you like?" And he said, "Well, I'd like, wish now." I said, "All right, I wish I had $1 million. And suddenly there's ducks all over the place. They are flying, they are shitting in his hair, they are splapping into him, they're banging into the walls. The whole place is a complete pandemonium with all these ducks around. And after it all settled, he turns to this guy and he says, "Why did you not tell me that this genie is hard of hearing?" And he said, "Well, come on, you don't really think I asked for a 12-inch pianist." I did warn you. So please don't write in and complain.
And you did swear in there as well. Now, for those who don't know, Jim does rarely swear.
Well, it's really a description. I
I
don't
know.
like it's swearing. It's just like it's like pooing in somebody's head.
No, it's a fair description. I'm all for it, Jim. You know I'm all for swearing, everything like that. But for people,
you won't get me saying the F word or anything like that.
No, Jim,
definitely not. I don't like swearing.
Just pointing out how rare that joke is. That's why it's a good Ask Jim moment. But thanks.
I know a lot more. I always check them on my wife first, and she thinks it's funny. So there we are.
So we ticked it off for Flea. That was the main thing, and I did say that's okay to do that. So if there are any complaints, put them through to me. Don't put them through to Jim. Jim did give 4 before, and we've got plenty of good jokes for next year as well. Eddie DeVecco's nice one as well.
I think I've told him my good jokes. There's no more left.
No, you got a few good ones. We wrote him down before. There's a few crackers in there still. Dave McDonald goes, "I'm offended, lol." Then Jim's Handyman Gold Coast gone. Best wishes for a wonderful festive season. Leanne and Daryl and the team at Jim's Handyman Sunshine Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast. So thanks for leaving that one, Leanne and Daryl, and thanks for watching in the comments. So everyone, thanks for tuning in for the year. It's been great. I'm surprised that we've gone for 45 episodes, and we'll go for a couple more next year and see how we go.
I'm surprised too.
It's been great.
And best wishes from Montgomery Burns.
Best wishes from Monty Burns and the Jim's Bear at
my
the front.
hero and the Jim's Bear.
Right, so I'm going to give this hat away, the cob loaf and the books. Right, so we'll try and do the 2 books here. So which books do you want to give away? Was there anything that resonated with you that you could remember that you want to maybe give the books to? There's a lot of questions and comments.
No, that was a good question. I should write them down, shouldn't I? Forget.
Yeah, you do write. I normally write them down for you, but I was having fun listening to you tonight, especially with the art stuff. The art stuff went pretty was quite interesting for me tonight. So I got sidetracked by that.
I think the person who suggested the pre-orders for Jim's Monopoly, that was a great idea.
That was a good idea.
Who was that?
I think that was David first, David McDonald.
But David's probably got everything.
It probably does, David. So David McDonald was the one who suggested that.
If you don't want the book, David, we'll give you a bear. You can't have.
He's got 2 bears already, so I don't know if you want another bear, David. It's up to you. Just put it what you want in there.
A different division, if you like.
Yeah, you can do it, David. So David McDonald's one of them. What else is there?
You tell us what you like, David.
Yeah, you tell us what you want there. What else is there? I'm going to give the hat to Caleb because Caleb was the first person who tuned in from Instagram and did what I said, which is basically tell us you're from Instagram. So that's for Caleb. And Caleb watches literally every single week, so which has been awesome, and he shares off our stuff. Someone said he'd give 20% of Monopoly to David, so I'll give you the hat, Caleb. I'll send it up to you. What about 20% of Monopoly then for David?
Okay, David, if that's what you'd like, just tell us 20% off your Monopoly. We'll give you 20% off for this price.
Yeah, so we can do that. And what's the other one? There was one more. So obviously another book there, the customer fan. Maybe to the lady who said I don't know if she's got the book or she's going to read it online, but maybe a signed version to her. The lady from the dog wash, she was thinking about coming to the.
I thought she was reading the book.
I might be reading the PDF version. She has it. Oh, she has it. Okay, sorry. Someone just informed me she has it. So who else is there? Maybe I don't know. What else is there? Was there anything else that resonated with you?
No.
Just trying to scroll back through here. Well, I'll try and pick one more out here. Maybe where is it? There's a couple of people who've got a few things already, so I want to try and give it to someone else. She's got in the dog wash stream. She did it, so that's great. I'm just trying to find some back from here. Give me 1 second, guys. We'll go in here. I love the art stuff. I'm trying to think what prompted the art question. You going on about Jason Pollock and stuff.
Jackson Pollock.
Jackson Pollock. Jackson and Jason. I'm going to get that mixed up now for the rest of the time. Jason's involved in
Jason
gyms.
Pollock
He's a franchisor in
franchisor.
Phuket.
Jackson
I keep
Pollock
calling him Jackson.
is somebody who doesn't know how to paint. But still charges an obscene amount of money for his ridiculous
It was good investment.
artwork.
Yeah, it was a good investment, that one. What about Darcy? Darcy about the TV show. We've never had that one before.
Yeah,
That's quite
that's
funny.
okay.
We'll go Darcy, and Darcy's commenting. I don't think Darcy's part of gyms. I think he's just a member of the pub, which is great. So thanks for leaving that one there. So Caleb's got the hat, and we've got the 2 books as well. So we'll hook up those details there. We'll try and give some more prizes next year as well. We'll try and mix up the prizes. We'll see if we can do a budget or something for something a little bit different. And we'll try and, if you've got any ideas how to mix up the show next year as well and improve it, please let us know. But we'll leave it to it, Jim. Thanks for that one. It's been great. Everyone have a good New Year and a Merry Christmas.
Great Christmas, and we'll see you in 3 weeks' time.
January 8th. So we'll see you then.
January 8th.
All right. No worries, guys. Thank you.
All right,
See you.